Right, this is Psycho Santa, aka Paul Scouton, and since I'm finished Strife, I've started on my mezo, next episode of mezo. I did take the cold-blooded killer off the logo because the blacks I felt would wipe out. I'm going to make those strips black, so it's the black and white world of monotone. So this is monotone falling down into her world. So this issue is going to be about her world. I was going to go over my dyslexia sketches that I'd done to for this issue that I'm going to work on. So this is the direction I'm thinking of taking it in. It's these are the dyslexia sketches. So the basic building blocks of what I'm going to do with the second mezo issue. Mezo, it's a comic that's I wanted to be about parallel dimensions. I wanted each character that comes into it to be of a different species. Like you've got a human and a lizard man, and later on you'll get a bug person and stuff. Well, a centipede person, but you might see some rough outlines as I'm going through. So yes, they escape from the dinosaur world into the black and white world. So, and this is Monotone's world. So this is where she comes from. But they have this very bad reaction to anything that's got a bit of colour on them. I did design some robot-y things. So I had these robots. They were highly advanced, sort of futuristic people that had built these machines to serve them and stuff. So those are some of my robot ideas. This is my bug page, so I've got a bit of a cockroachy type thing. They don't turn out like this in the end. As I get further along, you might see a difference, but you might not see Ken's, which is the centipede man, until I get to about issue 3. Just laying out some of the council people, regular citizens. I wanted everything to be black and white, so it's almost like a checkered board, the whole world. This is a robot saying, "Where have you been, monotone?" type thing. These are the regular people walking along, and when they see them, their eyeballs bleed because they can't handle colour and mezo. It's a colour dinosaur. I'm not sure what colour I should make him. I was thinking of making him a sort of orangey blue mix, maybe, of some variety. He's meant to be a Demonicus, so he's meant to have those sharp claws that Demonicus have on their feet type thing, and quite a big head. So at first I was thinking of making him a sort of bat-like, almost human-like creature, but then I thought he needs to be a dinosaur, and he went through these phases of almost Spyro the Dragon type look to him, and I thought, nah, he's too friggin' cartoony. I want something that looks a bit like a dinosaur, and I tried to flesh out his head a bit more and make him more like a Demonicus. So if he's going to have these big claws and things, I wanted him to look like a dinosaur. Well, maybe he looks a little T-Rex-y as well, but hey, he's meant to be a carnivorous dinosaur. So these are the robots coming to get him. And then a new kind of robot I've done shoots out these strands of things that wrap around mezo, tie him up into a ball, which becomes a theme in some of my episodes. They cart him away to some centre which he's not going to cause harm to the public people. Yes, I want a lot of this checkerboard type look to it. It's most probably going to take a lot of ink when I get round to inking, but hey, you want some unique sort of looks to some things. Yeah, what's inside this ball, you know, the veterinarian type people. Then I was going to have these, it's animal rights extremists. Oh, they're holding these things in pens, and they're going to let all the animals out of their pens type thing. Yes, she's getting an inquisition type thing. Where have you been? What are you talking about? You're talking nonsense. You're going to be a crazy person, don't you? Yeah. So, yeah, and here come the cat girls, or was it rat girls? I think it was rat girls. Had a cat man and the rat girls, and they let all the animals out, not realising that Mezo's got this colour on him. The cat man comes down, lets Mezo out, and it stuffs up his eyes again. Another one getting stuffed up eyes. It was the whole idea. And then the doctor that was experimenting on all the animals, his eyes start as well melting. And yeah, all the animals are out, causing all sorts of chaos. Gonna eat the rat girls. And it's Mezo to the rescue. Hey, oh, I suppose he's doing his little hero stint there. He's saving the rat girls by eating the snakes and things. Oh, Monotone takes off her glasses and her eyes have become coloured because of the little crack in the last issue. Yeah, and her beaming, almost Medusa-like, and she's doing the whole bleeding eye thing to the council workers. Right, where's the next one? So this is one of my cockroach men that was meant to be near the end of the issue on the cover there. These are the last pages. I thought, well, not quite the last pages. What am I up to? 13. Yeah, the rat girls tame some of the wild animals, come riding in. Somehow the rat girls are immune because they've met people with colour before. Then he says, "What? Let's get out of here," or something. And Monotone presses a button. She jumps through the vortex thing, but a robot follows behind her and falls down on the ground, very hard ground, rolls along, breaks into bits. Mezo's commenting on how nice and warm it is. Monotone's commenting on how bloody hot it is. The people in this world where the bugs rule supreme are just little snot little tiny things that this cockroach has got on chains and has got out fetching things for him. Food mainly, but it brings back a chunk of metal and it's not happy. So it starts to open its mouth and it swallows him up, eats him. Getting through now. What page am I up to? 17. So this is getting near the end. Monotone's shooting out some laser things, which she used to cook her food in the first issue. Obviously, she can use those offensively. Yeah, Mezo gets shot in the leg and carted off by a whole lot of baby cockroaches to be fed to the maggots. Is that giving away too much? Maybe. So that's is that 19? That's 19. So that's what I've got planned for this particular comic outing. And originally I was going to have a bit of a different cover, but I liked this idea of forced perspective almost. Trying to get the forced perspective right, yeah. But yeah, she's sort of falling down onto these black and white circly things. Did a few attempts there, but the head on that one was wrong. I was trying to get the legs so they weren't really too podgy, which they sort of get a bit podgy if you're trying to push that whole forced perspective point of view. But okay then, I haven't done a disclaimer today. I think I'll do that when I start doing the pages. But that's Psycho Santa signing off. Okay, Paul Scouten. I'm going to do a bit of a disclaimer on this one. Mezo number 2 is entirely fictional, created by Paul Scouten in 2020. Mezo was produced by Paul Scouten in 2020. Any similarity to other publications or real persons is purely coincidental. Characters, places, logos, and names may not be reproduced without permission from Paul Scouten. Copyright 2020. It's the 5th of August, and this is my first page, really, after the cover. I did enlarge Monotone's head a bit the other day, which looked a little bit small, and that gives the whole perspective-y thing a little bit better look. So this is my page I was working on today. I might get down a bit closer. So yes, Monotone is having a bit of a headache because her glasses have broken, and she'll start to be able to see the colours near the bottom. And Mezo's telling her, let's get the hell out of here. And there they are, falling to the other worlds. Quite a bit of this is sort of based a little bit off a TV series called Sliders. But he was like a teenage guy that had invented this portal to travel to parallel dimensions. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be neater if each person that came to these parallel dimensions wasn't a person, but had evolved from a different species entirely. So how big this group gets, if I get this off the ground a bit more than I have already, is I was going to get right up to like jellyfish and birds and things like that. And I quite like the idea that outside of a column, maybe things have evolved differently. Instead of human beings evolving into the dominant sentient species, other creatures have evolved into the sentient species that is the dominant one. So yes, this is my rough page that I showed the other day, my dyslexia sketch. And this is the penciled in one, the big penciled in one. Some of the fingers took me a while, I don't know. I may be watching too much Lavender Town and thinking about my hands too much. Used to be good at hands, but yeah, I had a few issues with hands, so I might work on them a bit more, and I don't usually have too many issues with hands. Just overthinking it maybe. So there you go, that's the page for today. Psycho Santa signing off.